Okay, for this DeltaMath, every question is going to say solve. Every single one says solve, 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 solve. But there are two types of solving you're going to do. One we call linear, and the other we call quadratic. This is linear because there's no exponent on that end. But this is quadratic because you see here, we've got a exponent of 2 on the x. So this one we do differently from something like this. This you're going to solve very easily by taking the 10 and moving it over here, or subtracting 10 from both sides. This one, oops, subtract 10 from both sides. This is subtract or add 6 over here, and then 3z equals 12. But this is a quadratic, so you solve it by setting up the equation in a different way. Also, you're going to have two solutions. All quadratics have two solutions, so click this additional solution. So you're going to remove this -4 by adding 4 here. And when you add the 4, it's going to add to the -18. So +4 plus 4. So you're going to rewrite this as x squared plus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Okay? And then you're going to factor this. You're going to factor this using x method. -14 up here, +5 here. And you're going to solve that. +7, -2. But then to get these solutions, you're going to set this equal to 0. X plus 7 equals 0, so x is -7. Same with this. X minus 2 equals 0. Well, then x must be 2. So your answer is -7, and x equals -2. This one's linear. You're going to bring all the x's to one side so that you just have -4x plus 2 equals 2, and then you solve like any regular linear equation. This one you're going to distribute first. 15x plus 9 equals -51, and then solve. And this is similar to the one that you did before that was quadratic. This is quadratic. Just get rid of everything on this side of the equation so that it equals 0. So you're going to have 2x squared plus 9x minus 5 equals 0. So, what's different about this versus the other quadratic is this 2. This is going to require you to take extra steps. Okay, so you still do x method, but you got to continue it by doing some more. So we're still going to do the x, but this time 2 times -5 goes on top. The 9 goes in here. And you still solve like you did before. Because this is negative, you're going to have different signs. And because this is positive, this side is going to be bigger. I'm going to go with positive 10, negative 1. But remember, this is not your answer. This is not your answer because x times x, for 1, does not make this. It's because of this 2. It's because of the 2 in front of the x squared. So you bring that, this is the slip and slide, you bring that 2 under each of these numbers. This one becomes x plus 5, but this number, you got to do another slip and slide because you can't have 1/2. This 2 goes over here. 2x minus 1. And especially for these hard quadratics, these when you factor in this kind of complicated x method, you should really, really double check your answer. How? FOIL. X times 2x looks good there. Whoops, we should do it here. 10x minus 1x is this, and then 5 times negative 1 does make that. So remember, you're not finished because you're solving this equation. This whole thing says equals 0. And so x plus 5 equals 0? Okay, x is negative 5. You can solve that way. 2x minus 1 equals 0? Well, add 1 to both sides, divide both sides by 2, and you're getting x equals 1/2. So you definitely want to click this additional solution since you have 2 solutions, and then put each solution in each box. Okay? And this last one's just another linear where you distribute first and you get 15x minus 25 plus x plus 2. But of course, you definitely want to combine these two x's. Combine them up, 16x, and I'll let you continue with the rest. And that's a linear, so linear solve.